All right, so today we are going over pre-framing. This is not to be confused with preempting objections. It's a little bit different and it's going to help you towards the end of a deal. Now, this is not a technique that we're going to use for every single door. It's mainly going to be in situations where you are kind of deep in a negotiation, maybe 3, 4, 5 racks deep. Maybe you've already moved into the backyard. This is where this is going to be the most helpful. So let's dive right into it. So starting off, pre-framing versus preempting objections. Preempting objections is something that is a current situation in someone's life, whether that is the previous door knockers, what the company they're using is actually at that property. All that stuff is going to be something you preempt to buy a little bit more time on the doors. Pre-framing is providing an example that is going to be in association with your desired outcome of the sale. This adds logic. One that I use very frequently that we're going to go over today is an oil change for the car. It's something you're inevitably going to do. It's a service you're going to perform in the next 6 months. Just like me with pest control, I'd rather perform this service for you now when you have the convenience of time and there's not already a problem, meaning it's going to be far less expensive for you as the homeowner. Preempting, main key point here is buying time. That could be preempting the company that they're using right now, preempting the amount of door knockers, 3, 4, 5 knockers before you. That could be preempting you notice the dog snapping at their ankles or the kids pulling at their arm. They just got home from picking up their kiddos from school. They got a busy schedule. It's just bottom line, anything that is obvious that you can preempt to buy yourself more time on the doorstep. This is because it makes the homeowner feel like you actually understand them. You're actually just not some other sales rep and you're paying attention to the situation that they're dealing with right now. Now, pre-framing is something that actually closes deals. This is using an analogy that they have had in the past in their life to further build trust, interest, and you can kind of gauge temperature on the homeowner as well. So the one I already brought up was oil change for the car, right? The example I put in here, just like you change the oil in your car to prevent damages in your engine, we flush out the solar for you guys and seal off the base of the home with a 0.4 dilution of Termador SC. That's necessary to prevent unnecessary expensive like tenting your house for carpenter ants or termites, which is a minimum of $8,000 to $12,000. Now, why is this so important? This is because oftentimes you have to understand we're going up to a door asking for a 12 to 24 month commitment from a homeowner who's never met us and never used our service before. This can kind of gauge a lot of stuff, and oftentimes the easiest thing is to default, oh, can you leave me with a card? Let me think about it. Do I need this right now? Or I'm not even going to think about doing this. If you think about it, people put off paying their credit card bill, changing the oil in their car, paying their rent until the last minute most times. So you can't really expect them to just hop up and do a decision right when you're asking them to on your convenience. This is why we can use preconceived associations, whether that's changing the oil in their car, making a payment on their credit card. You're going to do it eventually. It's better to get ahead of that before it gets more expensive. You get into late fees or damages in your vehicle or your home that you paid a lot of money for. Right? So having that association with something they've done in the past that they know is important can allow them to associate importance and trust in your service, having it seem necessary in that exact moment in time. Comparison is key. There's two things that are going to make somebody make a decision. That's either the fear of loss, meaning if they don't go with your service, they're going to stack up damages in their home, which is going to be far more expensive to fix, or they're going to gain a reward, which in this case is not having to stress out about any of these things, pay a lot of money, and they're going to have all the nuisance stuff taken out of their life, which they're either doing themselves, hiring a company to do with leaving stuff behind. Maybe it's a subpar service in comparison to yours, or just the environment is key. There's a lot more mosquitoes, a lot more spider webs because of trees. Things like this, they already know, and they know they're going to have to deal with. So how to implement this into your exact door-to-door pitch? What I recommend, ask permission, ask it unlimited times. The reason why this is so important is it makes whatever you're asking or suggesting seem like their idea because they gave it the okay for you to tell them whatever you were going to. Right? So in this situation, the homeowner says, I'm good. Leave me with something to think about it. I say, absolutely. Can I ask you one more question before I get out of your hair today? They say, sure. Great. When's the last time you had your car's oil changed? I don't know, like 3,000 miles ago, like 2 months ago, something like that. They answer, exactly. And when you had it changed, whether you waited for that check engine light to come on, the car was telling you it's time, or you just got ahead of it and did it yourself before, so it was inevitable you were going to perform that service. It's the same thing with my service. It's inevitable you're going to do something, whether that's climbing up on a ladder, knocking down spider webs and wasp nests yourself, or spraying the base of the home with some home defense. Whether it's hiring a different company or doing it yourself, you're going to do it. All I'm saying is I already have all of my premium products paid for to be on my truck. I'm going to let you choose the schedule for whenever works best for you this week, so you have the time convenience. And you're going to have the price convenience because you're not going to be waiting until there's an actual problem, which your company is not covering right now, or you're not covering because you don't have the licensing for. I can prevent you spending $10,000, $20,000 on tenting the house, make your life easy, and take all the nuisance stuff out of your life. Now listen, the last thing I can do to help you out, I'm sure you got somebody who's over 55 years old in your family. They probably don't live here, but that's okay. We'll call them a part of your family, and I'll give you the senior citizen discount. I'll just drop that first one down to $99.23. You think if we did all that, you could just give me a shot to prove how good my service is. And then you close, and then you get the deal. So gauging interest, it's important to understand at the end of the day where the homeowner's at, whether they've got a lot of stuff going on in their life. I've run into people getting divorces before, people just getting home from picking up their kids from school, whatever's going on, whether you're the 5th, 10th, 15th guy there. Using this situation that they've had in the past to compare to your service is crucial because it pulls them to the present moment. It allows them to think about something important they did in the past in terms of preventing their investment they had, and allows them to compare that to where they're at talking with you and really logically make a decision that's going to protect their life, going to protect their home, and make their life easier in the future. Now, as always, guys, please ask me any questions. I'm here to help. Comment down below in the feed if you guys do need any further help with this, or text me personally to my number. But this is an awesome technique that I've been using later on the summer, especially in a fresh account market where people don't have that value associated with pest control as compared to a switchover heavy market. Regardless of what market or what time you are in the season, this is going to be helpful. So practice this on your own time, and it will lead to your success.